Kern. I would like to introduce Chair of the AIC Board of Trustees, Frank Colicino, class of 1973 and 2012 honorary degree recipient, to welcome you to this celebratory day.
Well, good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. Congressman Neal, Mayor Sarno, everybody from AIC. This is a great day today. Last year, well, earlier this year, we came upon Hubert, and now we're here to celebrate his investiture as the 12th president of American International College. So when President Maniaci last year, Vince, took retirement, a search committee was formed comprising of board members. The committee embarked on a journey, actually an exhaustive nationwide search for a new president. In February, upon the culmination of the search, the board unanimously selected Dr. Hubert Benitez. And he's now the 12th president. This institution's 137 years old. You can, if you divide 12 by the 137, you can see our presidents have lasted a while. And we hope the same for you, Dr. Benitez. We believe Hubert to be a leader who embraces the mission and vision of American International College. And although these are challenging times for higher education, Hubert brings with him prior experience as a college president, and because of this, we believe he will be successful in creating models and implementing practices that increase enrollment and retention. We believe that Hubert has an understanding and the practical experience in developing new academic programs that will support the financial health and sustainability of this academic institution. I've observed since Hubert's arrival, he approaches things in a very inclusive and dynamic way, with the spirit of teamwork, empowering his colleagues to have ownership along with dedicated community outreach and engagement. Many of you gathered here today have already witnessed Hubert's outreach. He's been out there saying hello to anybody he can. And his approach is, what can AIC do for the community and the greater Springfield area? So the board made its decision in February, and timing was on our side, and we were fortunate that Hubert was ready to accept the challenge and join AIC early as its new president. His first day on campus was April 11th. It's been a little over 6 months. And boy, what a 6 month it has been. Since his arrival, and by working with employee representatives from the departments and divisions on the campus, a new 5-year strategic plan has been created, ensuring AIC for the future. Hubert also committed to starting the process of meeting with every AIC employee. Won't happen overnight, but the process has started. Additionally, Hubert has been engaging with area businesses and organizations to explore ways AIC can partner and support, while also working with international institutions of higher education to develop collaborative affiliations. I think you get the picture that Hubert has not been sitting still. And finally, as evidenced by a career path that ultimately led Hubert to AIC, and in addition to his dedication and work on behalf of AIC since his arrival, Hubert has demonstrated he is an advocate for diversity, equity, and inclusion. He is committed to providing access, opportunity, and pathways for student success, and in an environment of belonging and community. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we are very happy to have Hubert here, and we are grateful for all of you to share this special day with us. So lastly, I want to just recognize the Board of Trustees gathered here today, and I want to introduce our honorary chair of this event, Gail Kirkwood. Thank you.
It is my great honor to stand here before you on this momentous occasion, the investiture of Dr. Hubert Benitez, 12th President of American International College. We are excited for the expertise and enthusiasm that Hubert brings as we embark on a new era under his leadership. This college has been an important part of my life for many years. AIC respects its mission of opportunity, access, diversity, belonging, and community. I am proud to be able to participate in these goals. It means so much to me that we are an inner-city college addressing the needs of our student population as well as those of our surrounding community. Our students address community needs, whether it be through projects, fundraising, tutoring, or mentoring. They learn the importance of giving and participating. They will take these skills with them wherever they go. When students first arrive on campus, they seem so young. By the time they graduate, our faculty members have taught them to become productive, mature young adults, ready to spread their wings. We are proud of their successes, and so are their families. Graduation exemplifies this. Many students are first-generation college attendees. Their commencement is exciting for all of us. Family cheers from the stands just say it all. I choose to stay involved here because I believe AIC makes such a difference for all involved, and that makes me proud.
Thank you, Ms. Kirkwood and Chairman Colaccino. It is now my distinct privilege to introduce the United States representative and chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, the Honorable Richard E. Neal. Chairman Neal is a 1972 graduate of American International College who has never forgotten his alma mater. He was awarded an honorary degree in 1990.
Thank you for that generous introduction, and Father Curran and Mr. President, members of the faculty, members of the Board of Trustees, our visiting dignitaries, and of course, members of the student body. So as we offer a greeting today to the new president, we can also highlight the achievement of what this college has meant to successive generations of those who have come through its doors. I'm one of them. And I remember what those debates were about in Amaron Hall all of those years ago, and I must say with great satisfaction from a superb faculty at that time and now as well, that they armed me with the ability to debate presidents, members of Congress, ambassadors, despots, dictators, and those around the world. But it was that confidence that was earned on this campus. And to the immigrant from the grandson of immigrants, it is still about ambition and aspiration. And for those of us who sought that opportunity here, we have never had to look back with any doubts about what we gained and learned on this very campus. I was pleased that Gail mentioned the idea that in the middle of a city, without a big fence around it, without being surrounded by armed guards, that this college continues to prosper and to grow. But one key idea and note here, it is still the opportunity of the first generation to go to college and what that means. And I recall 50 years ago on this campus, when I received that degree, that I felt, as my family did, that I had earned a degree from Harvard Law School. That's how important it was in our setting. And then to have had the chance to ride that crest of achievement across the globe because of what was learned here on this very campus is instilled with me forever. The other nice part about walking through this campus today, for the students that are here in particular, I actually knew all the people that these buildings were named after. I actually met them all. I was thinking of it. You know, Admiral Hines, Mr. Cardiatis, right down the list, and right in this very hall. I was here for the dedicatory service of a very generous family from Palmer that made all of this possible. So on an occasion like this, Mr. President, as I noted earlier, to the success of the immigrant, from the grandchild of immigrants, congratulations from the United States of America.
Thank you, Congressman Neal. It is my honor to introduce the Mayor of Springfield and 2016 AIC honorary degree recipient, the Honorable Dominic J. Sarno, affectionately known as the People's Mayor, who brings greetings from the city of Springfield.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. To President Benitez and to your lovely wife, Sandra, to the distinguished guests on stage, Congressman Neal, to Chairman Colicchino, to all the area college and university presidents. As Father Curran said, and I hope you are speaking because you have a great sense of humor, there's a lot of bling in the crowd there. To the Board of Trustees, and a special shout out to Superintendent Dan Warwick, does a great job, and my former Chief of Staff, Denise Jordan, that is also on the Board of Trustees. To the family and friends of American International College, thank you so much for being here. AIC holds a special place in my heart. My youngest daughter, Kiara, just graduated this past year, co-salutatorian in education, a special education teacher. And I did a little time up here too in the early 80s at AIC. And I just thought, Mr. President, it was very interesting segue, an analogy from dentistry, education, to now a president of the American International College. Because I see the analogy here of the mouth, it feeds your soul, feeds your heart, feeds your mind. And that's what AIC has done for well over 130-something years. And I see that with your past on diversity, and AIC is really a beautiful mosaic, not only of the city of Springfield, but surrounding areas and throughout the country. But I also echo what Congressman Neal's remarks. When you think of AIC, besides outstanding education and opportunity, you think of first generation. I'm first generation, and it was a big deal to get a college degree. But you also think about that opportunity of our veterans coming back from war. And I think of the GIs from World War II. How many came through the doors of American International College? And many have gone on with their service to our country, brave and dedicated service, but gone on to great, great careers. And AIC opened those doors for those individuals. And I think you're well positioned to come here at American International College. I know in your head, your heart, your gut about diversity and equity, but also about health challenges. And no more than evident during pandemic, COVID-19, the disparities that were shown. And I know that's something that really, in your head, heart, and gut, you believe in, that should stop no one from opportunity, and more importantly, be able to gain those health aspects and education. So we welcome you with open arms. A little birdie asked for a proclamation. I'm not going to do the whole thing, okay? But I'm going to do a couple things. I got to put my cheaters on, or else I'll be playing the trombone here. So let me do the second whereas. Whereas Dr. Benitez took office as the 12th president of American International College, AIC, located in Springfield, Massachusetts, on April 11, 2022. President Benitez brings with him 2 decades of higher education experience, holding such roles as an academic administrator, faculty member, president, CEO of St. Luke's College of Health Sciences, vice president for strategic initiatives, academic innovation. How'd you fit that on your card, by the way? And acting chief inclusion officer at Rockhurst University. Throughout his career, Dr. Benitez has been a strong advocate for diversity in healthcare, workforce, and increased access to education. And whereas this year, Dr. Benitez succeeded President Vince Maniaci, the 12th president, as the 12th president of AIC, now to serve as the chief executive officer of the college. City of Springfield is proud to welcome President Benitez and his family. Where's his family, by the way? Let's give them a big round of applause. Who's that young man right there with the glasses there? Right there. Yeah, you look good. You look good. Huh, Father Curtin? You had that line there. Father Curtin will tell you that. We are honored to join with the AIC Board of Trustees today on this beautiful AIC campus on the investiture ceremony for President Hubert Benitez. Therefore, I, Dominic J. Sarno, Mayor of the City of Springfield, do hereby proclaim Thursday, October 20th, 2022, as Hubert Benitez Day in the great city of Springfield. And I urge... Congressman Neil Ritchie will tell you, being a former mayor, this doesn't come with a check or anything like that. So to welcome you, to assist you, and to work with you. And I hand wrote here, congrats, good luck, continued success, and go Yellow Jackets.
Thank you, Mayor Sarno. I now invite Tracy Talbert, class of 2015, to the podium to deliver greetings on behalf of Springfield community members.
Wow, I am beyond thrilled and honored to be standing on this stage amongst these prestigious and rich and enlightened individuals. And 10 years ago, you would never have guessed, or I would never believe that I would be standing here addressing such a wonderful group of individuals. Greetings, AIC staff, faculty, students, alum, community leaders, board of trustees, college presidents. It is an honor for me to share this space with you, and with you, Dr. Hubert Benitez, AIC's new president. Welcome and congratulations. My name, as I stated, is Tracy Talbert, and I want to start by saying I am a Springfield native. I grew up in Reed Village. I am the racial justice community engagement leader for the Franklin County in Greenfield, where I work with small businesses around policy and processes that innately keep Black women and people of color out of certain places, and I'm enjoying that work immensely. I also am an adjunct professor at Cambridge College and at Bay Path University. And again, 10 years ago, this would just have been a dream for me as an adult learner. I received my bachelor's degree here in 2015 and proud of my academic accomplishments gained here at AIC. My daughter is also an AIC alum through one of the most rigorous nursing programs in the state. And she used to always tell me how difficult it was. Tyler Gaynor, does that ring a bell to any of you nurses out there? That's my daughter. She got her master's degree here, and she's now teaching nurses, the new nurses that are coming into their positions at, I believe she's at Piedmont Hospital in Atlanta. So she's doing well, so thank you AIC nurses for that. For 6 years, I have run a nonprofit, the African American Female Professors Awards Association, has been celebrating and recognizing Black women in higher education, which represent only 1.1% in the United States of Black women teaching in higher education. So as an adult learner and the person who sat in a classroom who did not have anyone who looked like me to relate to, I thought it would be a great idea and opportunity for me to celebrate that 1% and with a goal of infiltrating some of those systems and policies in higher education that are preventing them from reaching their goals and dreams. So once I heard the announcement that Dr. Benitez was coming in here, and I was planning for my 5th year of celebrating Black women, I heard the announcement. I said, I am going to get to him before anybody else does. I Googled him. I found him in Nevada before he even came here. I called. I left a message on his voicemail in his office at Nevada State. I called again. I left another message at his office in Nevada State. I emailed him twice. I said, okay, Tracy, you need to chill a little bit and just be patient to see what this is going to bring. About 2.5 weeks in, I get a phone call from him on my cell. Oh my goodness. I was so thrilled. I'm like, he is actually calling me. We chatted for about 15 minutes. And I immediately felt a sense of genuineness and a natural authenticity. It was such a pleasure to chat with him over the phone, and I felt like he was listening, and I felt like he appreciated the work that I was doing as a Black female, trying to elevate and to have other Black females be recognized for their accomplishments in higher education. In March of, was it March or April in 2021, we hosted a meet and greet where some college presidents and other community leaders came out to welcome him to this community, and we did that at the Pan Am Museum in downtown Springfield. I know, Dr. Benitez, that you have been nonstop, and I've seen you show up in so many places, and again, your genuine concern for community and recognizing that where you do business, we have to care about the community and the people in those spaces in order for this college and other businesses in the city of Springfield to thrive. Thank you. So just very quickly, I wondered why investiture and not an inauguration? So I had to do some research and find out the real definition of investiture. This ceremony signifies the reliance and confidence that the school consigns to a newly invested office bearers. Donning the mantle of accountability, they also pledge to bestow their duties to the best of their ability. And I have no doubt that the title for investiture for you was the appropriate title of the program other than an inauguration. I believe that the students, faculty, and administration surrounding the surrounding communities will benefit from his engagement, his leadership. He has demonstrated an understanding and commitment to supporting the community and doing real work and developing an inclusive culture. The AFBA organization will continue to honor and recognize Black women in higher education, as well as to be a supporter to the inclusion efforts of this college. We have learned much over the years about language, policy, and systems and that sustain and endorse existing higher education structures that are problematic for the advancement of Black women in higher education. Thank you again for allowing me this time. Congratulations, Dr. Benitez. I look forward to building a lasting working relationship with you, focused on racial justice and change. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy Talbert. I would like to invite Chief Operating Officer, Executive Vice President, and Chief of Staff, Nicole Sestero, to the podium to offer greetings on behalf of the President's Cabinet, Administration, and employees of American International College. In addition to having a Master's of Arts from the University of West Florida and a Bachelor of Arts from Mount Holyoke College, Nicole is an alumna of AIC, earning an MBA in 2022. She will be followed by Dr. Michael Dodge, Interim Executive Vice President of Academic Affairs, who will deliver greetings on behalf of the deans, program directors, and AIC faculty, and Shadon Taylor, President of the Student Government Association and soon-to-be 2023 graduate, speaking on behalf of the student body. Nicole?
Good afternoon. Public speaking is one of my least favorite things to do, so I can pretty much guarantee that I am going to be the shortest speech that you hear today. Access, opportunity, and diversity are the beliefs and values that AIC was built upon. When looking for the next president of AIC, it was important to the campus community at large that the new president believe in and embody these values. It was also an opportunity to find not only a new president, but a leader who could expand those values and take the college into the future, allowing us to provide more opportunities to more students, changing more lives. Over the past 6 months, 9 days, and approximately 8 hours, Hubert has done exactly that. We have undergone an extensive strategic planning process and added belonging and community to those core values. These 5 core values, access, opportunity, diversity, belonging, and community, are at the heart of AIC. This college is a special place. It's hard to describe how it's special or why it's special. It just is. It's a feeling that you get when you're on campus. Students and staff describe feeling at home here, a space where they belong and thrive. The college didn't just get lucky in this regard. AIC has always earned relevance by prioritizing the students that we serve. From when AIC first opened in 1885, it asserted the stance with the French Canadians we welcomed and gave them an opportunity to receive a quality education. 7 years later, in 1892, AIC was relevant when it extended its reach and began admitting women to also receive the same quality education, becoming the first co-ed college in the region in the process. This college found another way to provide access and diversify its student body by teaching individuals from Marshall Aid countries in Europe in the 1950s. Over the last 137 years, AIC has gone far beyond remaining relevant. It has continually provided access and opportunity and served an extraordinary and increasingly diverse student body where everyone belongs. I am confident that under Hubert's leadership, this trend will continue. On behalf of the employees of American International College, I thank the trustees for bringing us an extremely capable, progressive, dynamic, visionary, and humble leader who embodies the values of AIC and who enriches the special fabric that makes AIC what it is. And I thank Hubert for his energy, insight, wisdom, ethics, and sense of humor that he brings with him to all of us every day, even though he's the reason I was coerced into this public speaking opportunity. Together, as a campus community, we are bringing AIC into the future with ambitious plans that will make this college the destination where people can receive an innovative education that all students, past, present, and future, will call home. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Nicole, that was fantastic. She was very nervous. And now you have me. I will say that as I've listened to the distinguished and accomplished panel of speakers assembled for today's investiture, and I look at my own speech, I do have to admit to everyone here that I might have misjudged the assignment just a little bit. See, I was under the impression that this should be more like a roast, like a Comedy Central roast, or maybe one of those Netflix comedy specials that they tell you you just have to watch, where we would take turns offering jokes, laughs. We would have a good experience. We're still having a good experience, but it's clearly not going to be because of jokes. So I need to make some changes to my speech. Okay, well, that one would be hilarious. That we'll tell at the reception afterwards. Oh, here we go. Okay, so today marks the beginning of the next chapter in the story of this exceptional institution. As you've heard, we were founded as an institution to support French-Canadian immigrants seeking an education for a better life. AIC has and continues to be committed to that growth and success of all of its students in the heart of Springfield. Our students and proud alum, many who are joining us today, are prepared to be leaders in healthcare, education, human services, and business. that come from across the globe with the desire to change our world. We've had students go on to join the armed forces, serve as nurses and healthcare professionals on the front line throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, start their own small businesses and grow them into large businesses, and serve as educators here in the city of Springfield. Our dedicated faculty and staff are preparing 21st century leaders and learners that will leave an indelible mark on their communities and our world at large. Since arriving last April, President Benitez, as you've heard, has hit the ground running to continue the legacy of AIC. In my role as the college's chief academic officer, I've spent a couple of meetings, okay, who are we kidding? Lots and lots and lots and lots of hours of meetings with him, and I truly believe that the college is in remarkable hands. He's immersed himself in the Springfield and Western Massachusetts community, formed relationships with area colleges, and begun building bridges for the future. With today's investiture of Dr. Benitez as our college's 12th president, I'm excited to work alongside him, our dedicated faculty, staff, and students to continue to grow this amazing place. On behalf of our exceptional and committed faculty and staff, congratulations to you, Dr. Benitez, and your family on this exceptional investiture. Thank you.
Just gotta remember myself, Shadon, slow down. Got you. Okay. Good afternoon, faculty, staff, students, and esteemed guests. My name is Shadon Taylor. I am a fourth-year student here at American International College, studying sociology and minoring in advocacy for social change. I'm currently serving as student body president here at American International College, and I'm also the president of FACE, Pride, and also a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. I ran for student body president to advocate for my peers and to ensure that voices are represented at many levels of the institution. As a leader, I have always been passionate about helping others who might not have an opportunity to vocalize their needs. I would do anything in my power to have me and my peers' voices heard. Since I started my academic journey here at AIC, I have hit the ground running by getting involved, for example, by becoming a first-year president of Student Government Association. I chose to come to AIC because I heard of the outstanding clubs and organizations at the college. I grew up in a struggling neighborhood in Elizabeth, New Jersey, where a lot of people do not get to graduate from high school. AIC accepted me and gave me the opportunity to become the exception of my community. I had a mentor from my hometown who would speak highly of her AIC experience. I became captivated and prospect of becoming an AIC student myself. She would tell me about all the many leadership positions that she ran on campus, and I knew I wanted my path to be different as well. As a student at this college, I found AIC to be life-changing. In my time here, I experienced things that I never imagined. Especially coming from my background, AIC has made it possible for me to leave a legacy on campus. My purpose is, and always, to lead and help students become and create their paths here and gain the same, if not more, experience that I had. Access, opportunity, diversity, inclusion, and belonging are values that I experienced at AIC, and for that, I am grateful. Today is a momentous day for us, our student body. We are welcoming new beginnings, a brighter future for AIC, and the president often says he is a man of faith. I believe that with faith, nothing can stop us. We have faith that he will make AIC greater. On behalf of the student body, we welcome you wholeheartedly to AIC community. Thank you.
I am pleased to introduce close friend and colleague of Dr. Benitez, Charles Callahan IV, Provost of Plaza College, a family-owned institution of higher learning in Queens, New York, founded in 1916 and accredited by the Middle States Commission on Higher Education. Mr. Callahan is the great-grandson of the college's founders. Plaza College was and continues to be committed to advancing its mission, serving a diverse population of students in the borough of Queens. I welcome Mr. Callahan to the podium for the investiture testimonial.
Good afternoon, everyone. As is our custom in higher education, I would appreciate a moment to thank the Board of Trustees, the college administration, distinguished guests, specifically Congressman Neal, Mayor Sarno, and my good friend, Father Curran, newest friend, faculty, staff, guests, and of course the students for providing me the opportunity to come here today and offer testimony on your new president, my dear friend and colleague, Dr. Hubert Benitez. First, and that was a wonderful introduction, but I'm going to shamelessly reintroduce myself because it's on my speech. I am visiting you from Queens, New York, where I am the provost of Plaza College. Plaza was founded by my great-grandparents in 1916, and, unlike many of my esteemed colleagues, I didn't get my professional start in higher education. I went out into industry, actually began my career as a public accountant with PricewaterhouseCoopers. And the journey that ultimately took me back to higher education at my family's institution is interesting, very relevant to today's topic of this investiture, and would not be what it was without Dr. Benitez. We in higher ed are trained to our core to begin all original works with a theme. And for this testimony, I have chosen something very dear to me and that I hope is appropriate for today. It's one that focuses on the importance of mentors, mentorship, and valuing and understanding these mentor moments that you might have. In my life, I have had the benefit of having many mentors. From an early age, I saw my grandfather and my father as leaders of my family, and also what would become my college later in life as its president and provost. And, whether we were at home or I was following them around the college with some assignment that was probably more trouble to give me than worth, I always saw them take leadership and ownership over every problem that they encountered. One such memory is when my grandfather was approached by a student in the hallway. And, President Callahan, I'm just so upset about this grade, the student said. This is my memory. And he said, no problem. He brought her in to the appropriate area, got her the grade appeal form, and left her with a smile. And then he whispered to me, if you don't know what to do, just bring them to student services. They'll figure it out. That was a very important mentor moment for me. After I graduated college as a young associate with PricewaterhouseCoopers, I worked directly under a partner named Scott Metro. And, your first job is a very scary thing, but this partner, and I was very lucky to have this position as an associate. It's very rare to work directly with a partner. But he actually took me under his wing, gave me assignments, and one Friday he left me with a bunch of work that I was supposed to have done on Monday. And Monday came. And I had stayed there all weekend, and I did everything. I thought right, and it was 100% wrong. He tore it apart, except he took ownership over that moment because he realized he left a junior person with the responsibility of putting together an engagement work papers, and he didn't properly instruct me. Now, at the time, I thought this was completely my fault, but he was so kind to me and extended me a hand and helped me through that, and he actually took ownership. And that itself was a mentor moment. After PwC, I moved on to the world of Wall Street and investment banking, and it was very exciting, and it played to my competitive edge, and I loved it. And I searched and searched and searched for a mentor, and I couldn't find one. So I eventually found my way back to my family's college. And in meeting with my dad, who was the provost, and my grandfather upon that journey back, we decided that we would establish some big goals for our family's college, including moving the campus, an incredible feat, adding new programs, doing things that we had not done before because we were facing challenges and new times ahead. Sound familiar? It's like what we're facing today. And I realized that within our walls and within our family, we needed new voices. We needed a mentor. So on a chance visit to a local college in Long Island, New York, where I had no idea that I was going to meet somebody that was going to change my life, I met your president, Dr. Hubert Benitez. He was the provost at the time. And we went there actually to explore other programs. We were invited by their president. And this provost, Dr. B, as I call him, gave us such an amazing and warm tour. He brought us through the whole college facility, including its new dental hygiene program and a clinic that had patients in it. And I was stunned. Patients at a college? Are you kidding me? And he had built this, designed, constructed, launched. And he was sitting there in a conference room with us talking about how we might be able to bring this to the borough of Queens, how we might be able to change lives. Well, friends, that was years ago. And since then, our dental hygiene clinic that we founded because of the advice and guidance of Dr. Benitez has serviced over 18,000 free dental cleanings. And it would not have been possible without Dr. B. Dr. B started his professional career as a dentist and then slowly reinvented himself into the president that sits before you today by getting additional degrees, eventually earning his PhD in higher education. You know, that day that you gave us that advice, it was profound, totally accurate, amazing, and 100% free. It was the only free thing I've ever gotten. But more important, that fateful introduction gave me a new friend that I would carry for the rest of my life and my very new mentor. Over the years, our relationship has been amazing. We have never fought once, not once. Disagreements, like every day, but never fought. And we will not start today, I promise you that. He watched on as my career evolved, and I watched his. He watched me become a chief operating officer and eventually provost. I watched him become a president and then make the move across the country to come here today. I have been impressed by this man, and not only because of his strategic approach towards higher education, but because he is full of conviction from a place deep within inside himself. He knows what is true, what is right, and his compass always points to true north. He isn't opposed to shortcuts, as long as they benefit everyone involved, but cautions taking them if by doing so, you might compromise critical steps along the way. He is, at his core, a family man, tried and true. He loves and is in complete love with his wife, Sandra. The two of those things are not the same, by the way. He is in love with her. He is a devoted father. His children, Ana Jimena, raise your hand, and Daniel, raise your hand, are his and Sandra's greatest achievement. He talks about them all the time. His pride in them goes deep, and as a dad myself, I know a good dad when I see one. As I reflect on my attendance in conclusion of this very long, speech, I am reminded how important education is, truly. But friends, we have a challenge in higher education specifically. The landscape is changing rapidly. The pandemic, which disrupted everything, has not allowed us to restore what was there before, but it has left us with a challenge to rebuild and retool for a new future that is going to come. The problem is that education is an intangible product. You can't see it, you can't touch it, but it is there. Sure, we have these wonderful campuses. Yours is beautiful, by the way. I'm very impressed. I'm going to tell everybody in Queens, we need a new campus. But specifically, we need leaders who understand this intangible product. And in my humble opinion, there is no greater leader in education today than the person that you have appointed to be your leader and president, Dr. Hubert Benitez. Because at his core, Dr. Benitez is an educator. He believes in it, he believes in this college, and he believes in all of you. I believe to my core that he will make sure this college achieves its mission to its fullest potential. And that is why I proudly endorse and present to you my mentor and friend, Dr. Benitez, or as I always will call him, Dr. B.
Thank you, Mr. Callahan. To begin the official investiture, I ask Dr. Hubert Benitez, the 12th President of American International College and Board of Trustees Chair Frank Colicino, along with Sandra Lozada, the President's wife, and his son Daniel and daughter Ana Jimena to the podium.
The symbol of the office of the President is presented to the President during the inauguration ceremony, Presidential Medallion. Once the President receives this symbol, it is worn over the academic gown on public occasions, particularly at commencement. The official, well, Sandra? The official mace, oh, Sandra, I think you have to put it around his neck. The official ceremonial mace is the emblem of the academic authority and is also rich in symbolism. Now, through the power vested in me by the American International College Board of Trustees and the state of Massachusetts, I will administer the oath of office to the 12th President of American International College. The mission of American International College states, AIC provides access to a holistic education in an inclusive environment that propels a diverse community of learners to personal growth and professional success. Hubert, do you solemnly swear to support and further the mission of American International College during your term of your presidency?
I do.
The vision for the future of American International College states, AIC will be a New England college of choice for students seeking a sense of belonging, innovative education, and profound student experience. Hubert, do you swear to support and further the vision of American International College during the term of your presidency?
I do.
Good afternoon, everyone. My speech is going to be a bit different from the ones you've heard. My father is clearly an overachiever, but he's much more than that to us. First, trustees, faculty and staff, students, thank you for welcoming us into your home. We appreciate every moment and every sentiment that has been shared. Thank you for welcoming our family, our friends, and we hope to become a part of this community deeply and profoundly in any way we can be. I was tasked with a speech that would be both funny, sentimental, and informative, I suppose, into who my father is as an individual. You've all got to meet him for a short period of time, and he's an outstanding professional and an outstanding individual. To us, he is much different as an individual at home. I'm gonna share a bit of a story about how 23 years ago, my wonderful sister and I were bamboozled. 23 years ago, my sister and I were promised a trip to Disney World. It's 23 years later, and we're still taking the trip. My family made the decision to move to America in '99. My sister was 8, and I was 7. We decided that, not necessarily we, it was decided that this would be the best chapter and the best opportunity for us as a family. Through the last 23 years, it's been rigorous, it's been tiresome, but it's been worth every single moment. As we move on as a family, we have made our family much larger, and we thank you for being a part of our family. We don't think that things like this could happen to anybody, especially not necessarily individuals like us. But moments like today should be moments to everybody that hard work, dedication, opportunity, and the love and care of other individuals can take you anywhere you want to go. I'll give you a bit of background into what the last 23 years have been. A lot of conversations have sprung up of we need to go sit at the table and have a conversation of where we're going to go next. My sister and I have moved around every 3 or 4 years for the last 23 years. Something told us to believe in this guy. Every 3 to 4 years, we would pack up our home. We would go to the next chapter because we understood that it was for the higher calling. We'd know, and we knew that one day he would be seated right here, and we would be standing right here. I share this story because I want you all to understand that my father, as an individual, when you believe in him, when you empower him, I cried last time I did this as well, so I'm a little bit better this time. We understood that once we believed in him, that he would take us to new heights. And that is what we are asking all of you to do for him now. Trust him, love him, cherish him, because he will do the same for every single one of you. He will work tirelessly. He will work effortlessly in anything that you need, anything that you want, and we promise that anything we can all do, we will do it as well. We thank you all for the vouch of confidence, the vouch of love, and the opportunity to be a part of our family. But more so, thank you for allowing us to be a part of your family. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. Buenas tardes. Once again, welcome. Bienvenidos a AIC. I'm truly humbled to be standing in front of you. Faculty, staff, the Board of Trustees, my colleagues from the cabinet, members of the community, public officials, students, and most importantly, family, and my friends, old friends, new friends. I want to give a special thank you to my family, my sister-in-law, Olga, my father and mother-in-law, that for some reason they still like me, my very dear friends, Haley from Kansas City, Rachel from Providence, and the very handsome Edward Martinez, and he loves it when I say he's handsome. But I also want to thank and recognize my fellow college and university presidents who are here with us today. Where's President John Cook? President Cook, please. Madam President, Mary Beth Cooper. Madam President, Sandy Doran. And President Harry DeMay. To Congressman Neal, Springfield Mayor Dominic Sarno, our state representatives, city councilors, neighborhood council presidents, thank you for joining us. Your presence is a testament to your commitment to AIC, but most importantly, to the communities AIC serves. Thank you, Chad. And thank you, Father. He's my guy, like I say. He's my guy and he's my guide. Lastly, thank you, Frank, and thank you, Gail, for the warm welcome. I thank all the trustees for the trust you have placed in me and for your vote of confidence. I'm truly honored to have been selected to lead AIC, and I feel proud to carry the banner of this college. Today is a very special day for my friends, for my family, for our alumni. This is homecoming. Today is the start of homecoming. So for our community and for everyone, it is a special day. Everyone that calls AIC their home. It is also a very special day for two of my cabinet colleagues who are celebrating their birthday. One of them humbly said, no problem. The other has reminded me for 6 months that the investiture fell exactly on the same day as their birthday. So yes, happy birthday, Nicole. Today you have heard many things about me, and I'm truly humbled by those words. As a person of faith, I thank God for giving me all the blessings I have and for allowing me to be with you today. I have been called to serve. And one wise man told me, you should be called. And I believe I was put here for a reason. Therefore, enough about me. No more Hubert Benitez. because I am just a small part of what today this is truly about, this wonderful institution called AIC. It took me very little time to feel and see firsthand the quality and dedication of the AIC faculty and staff, truly committed to the college values. At AIC, integrity, professionalism, and respect are principles you can feel, you can touch, and they have a profound impact on our values of access, opportunity, diversity, belonging, and community. I have been asked multiple times, what has surprised me about AIC? With no doubt, my answer has always been the same. People who work at AIC not only are grateful for being at AIC, but they love this place. Let me share some sentiments. Candy Lash, my executive assistant, said this to me. When I came to AIC 8 years ago, I knew that I would like it. I didn't know I would love it. Nowhere have I felt more at home. Nowhere have I worked with kinder, more compassionate, caring, and fun colleagues. AIC renewed Candy's spirit. Micaiah Warren, she's a biology major. She had this to say: this institution has been an instrument in pushing me to seek my true character and uncover values I uphold within myself to this very day. Through my experiences, I have been able to melt every aspect of Micaiah into one face as I am and be confident while doing so. Paola Marrero, the president of the Latin American Student Organization. I came to AIC to pursue my education and better future. I stayed for the memories I've made and loving people. I felt the most like home, so I made AIC my forever home. And she says this: escogí a AIC para seguir mi educación. Me quedé por las memorias que hice y las personas amorosas que hay aquí. Sentí que estaba en mi casa e hice de AIC mi hogar para siempre. Dr. Dana Campbell, assistant professor of the public health program and the chair of the faculty senate. I love AIC because it's a hub of creative, diverse, and determined young people. A place where you can plant your feet firmly on the ground while looking to the sky for inspiration. A place where you can follow your dreams, choose your own path, and excel in anything you desire. I love AIC because, well, if you're here today, I think you already know. And last but not least, David Kosmeski, associate professor of criminal justice, and who is our longest serving full-time faculty member. I have had 45 years to contemplate what AIC means to me professionally and personally. 42 years as a faculty member and 3 years as a grad student. David says, I keep coming back to one word: family. AIC is an extended family comprising administrators, faculty, staff, and most importantly, the students. The AIC family is not boasting or self-serving, but caring and nurturing. As a family, everyone is dedicated to improving the lives of the other family members. We are all in the same canoe, paddling in the same direction, the success and growth of our students. The list goes on, and I think you get the point. AIC is the pillar of the city of Springfield and is a pillar of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. The college has a profound 130-year-long educational history built by clergy for immigrants with the understanding that a college education was an effective means towards economic and social success in American society. 1 century after that fundamental principle remains intact. Today, I am not going to talk about change, but the reimagination of AIC has begun. We are not changing this institution, its meaning, its roots. But I can tell you one thing, we are dreaming big, and we are dreaming with goals in mind. We are seizing the opportunity to expand what the college has to offer. We're looking for growth. We are embracing diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. We are revitalizing what needs to be revitalized. And we are truly re-engaging with the community. And very importantly, we are forging Yellow Jacket champions. I truly believe in this extraordinary college. I believe in you. I believe in the faculty. I believe in the staff. I believe in the students. And I truly believe in my team. And this is why I feel so privileged to be here. We have challenges. My colleagues have the same challenges. But we continue to confront these challenges, and we will convert them into opportunities. We are extremely proud of who we serve at AIC. Just one statistic. About 35% of our student body are the first to go to college in their families. And about 55 to 60% of our student body display an exceptional financial need. That's who we serve. The student body we serve is the student body that most institutions of higher education aspire to serve. But this comes with a great responsibility. Despite challenges higher education institutions faced, I believe we and AIC is in a unique position to address several issues that are nationwide. First, we need to increase access to education. Second, we need to diversify and strengthen our workforce. Third, we need to bridge gaps in education. And fourth, and most importantly, we need to provide tools for our students and their families to have a meaningful future. Many people call that transforming lives. We will continue to do that, one student and one family at a time. I invite all of us to reflect on the past and respect the past, but most importantly, let's dream about the future. I always share a sentiment from a great Colombian Nobel laureate, Gabriel Garcia Marquez. He always included in his works the following: it is not true that people stop pursuing dreams because they grow old. They grow old because they stop pursuing their dreams. Therefore, I do not plan to stop dreaming for this institution because I have no intentions of growing older than I already am. Today in front of you, I will only make one promise: hard work and passion. And passion is truly important because I truly believe that people with passion make things possible. I am inviting you to help us create this future together. I would be remiss if I do not thank the three most important people in my life. My two kids, Ana Jimena y Daniel. They are the true reason of our life, and they are the light of my eyes. As we say in Spanish, son la luz de mis ojos. But the same way AIC is a pillar for Springfield, my wife, Sandra Patricia, is the pillar of my family, and the most important person in my life. Thank you for 35 years of love, of understanding, of forgiveness, of strength, and support. Thank you for showing me what real love is. This journey would have never been possible without you. And time will not be enough to thank you for all your sacrifices. I would not be here without you, porque tú eres la persona más importante de mi vida. Gracias por 35 años de amor, de comprensión, de perdón, de fortaleza y de apoyo. Gracias por enseñarme lo que es el amor verdadero. Sin ti, este camino no habría sido posible. No habrá tiempo suficiente para agradecerte todo lo que nos has dado y lo que has sacrificado por esta familia. Sin ti, yo no estaría aquí. I thank all of you for welcoming my family to AIC and to Springfield. As a person of faith, I always end saying, may God bless you all. Que mi Dios los bendiga. Muchas gracias.
Well, please join me in congratulating, although we did, but we will do again, Dr. Hubert Benitez, the 12th President of American International College. I would like to welcome the choir from the Springfield Conservatory of the Arts, under the direction of musical director Marcos Carreras, to join the ceremony for a special presentation. These gifted students will perform the AIC alma mater. While we may be familiar with the music, I would dare say that most of us on campus have never heard the lyrics sung prior to today. Written by Barbara Drew, who graduated from AIC in 1949, Barbara Jerry Drew returned to the college as the director of women's athletics from 1950 to 1954. Under her direction, AIC started varsity sports in basketball, bowling, and softball. AIC additionally offered swimming, archery, and golf for women at the time. Please welcome the choir of the Springfield Conservatory of the Arts. Please rise for these students. Thank you to the Springfield Conservatory of the Arts choir and band earlier today. The band who performed at the beginning of the ceremony will perform again during the recessional. As our ceremony draws to a close, I want to thank all of you who have joined us on this historic occasion. Before I welcome Father Curran to the stage to deliver the benediction, I ask that you remain standing at your seat at the close of the blessing to allow for the platform party, family members, and special guests of President Benitez, esteemed college and university presidents, AIC trustees, cabinet, deans, program directors, and faculty to process out of the theater first. Please join us for a reception immediately following this celebration in the Griswold Theater lobby and the West Wing Gallery directly to the left of the lobby. I would like to welcome Father Curran back to the podium to deliver the benediction. Please stand.
You can be seated for a minute. I'll tell you when to stand. Well, after listening to all those accolades, testimonials, comments, your own comments, Dr. Benitez, I think you truly have challenged that old definition of a college president when they liken it to being the caretaker, the superintendent of a cemetery. You get to live in a big house. You have a lot of people under you, and nobody listens to you. I come from the Jesuit network of colleges and universities, of which there are over 180 worldwide and 27 in the United States. We've been about education and formation for close to 500 years. In all of our schools and works, we speak about being companions on the journey. Dr. Benitez is a graduate of 2 Jesuit universities, and I was given the privilege of working with him at a 3rd Jesuit university, Rockhurst in Kansas City, Missouri. There he served as the vice president for strategic planning and initiatives. Now, I know that your mascot is a yellow jacket, but I also want you to have this giraffe. Because the giraffe is the mascot of strategic planners and thinkers. The giraffe is chosen because it stands so tall and sees much farther than any other critter. And it also has a long neck, so that it must have a good heart, so that the blood can be circulated to its head and brain. Dr. Benitez, as someone whom I have seen as a strategic planner better than anyone I know, may you keep this critter to remind you to see far and lead with a good heart. Now, I ask you to join me in seeking a blessing upon your new president and on all who are gathered here this day. In your own tradition or following the words I offer, I invite you to extend your hands in blessing for good wishes. Equip Dr. Benitez with good health, energy, and vision to see and pursue what is just, equitable, and encouraging to all members of the AIC community. Empower the students of AIC with a voice for the marginalized and forgotten. Encourage the faculty of AIC with a space to think, reflect, and bring forth needed constructive dialogue
as well as research for the general welfare of our nation and society. Enable the staff to work with the AIC community in mutual support and satisfaction. Engage the Springfield community in finding and addressing the needs for a vibrant workforce of active and collaborative citizens. And may the good work begun here and in all of us be brought to completion through our acceptance of and cooperation with the grace and love of our higher power, our God, our Almighty. Amen. Amen.
Thank you very much for joining us today. Again, we invite you to a lovely reception in our West Wing Gallery and Griswold's lobby.